Am I the only bugging like that? Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's the one and only legend of winning, aka Low. And we back with the podcast. Got a new group of people though, because everybody kind of flaked on me in the last minute. Oh, whoa. All right, do that every single. I don't know why. We got a new group of people though. We got a lot of stuff to talk about in the news and stuff like that. Carmelo Anthony trying to be traded, but everybody denying him like a bad credit. Then you got Rondo talking about his teammates in the media, and then the boy LeBron, he trying to have the super friends on his team. So we trying to figure out what we're gonna do with everybody. But first, let me introduce everybody. So because it is new, yo, Slam, say what's up, man.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Yo, also tell y'all social medias and stuff like that, and following and stuff like that, so they know.
Oh yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at slamdunk_comedy, and on my YouTube channel is SDC.
All right, cool. King, say what's up, man. Say what's up.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy King Serene, aka the OJ Mayo of YouTube. I'm out here. You guys can follow me on Twitter at King Serene, on YouTube at King Serene. Also, we also do if you guys didn't know, me, BSOLZ, and SDC also do so up there. So.
And BSOLZ, say what's up, man.
Yo, what up, everybody? Thanks to Lo for having us, and you can follow me on BSOLZ on YouTube, and just look up BSOLZ on Twitter. I have like a bunch of numbers in front of it. First one to come up, that's probably me.
True. Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Make sure y'all link it up. Make sure y'all like it. Sorry for the 10 o'clock, but it's gonna be 9:30 normally, like we always do, 9:30 Friday night. Follow me on Twitter, and after the podcast is over with, I'll put everybody's links in the description because I didn't have it on file for me. But we're gonna get into it. Oh yeah, also check me out on BSOLZ podcast too. I was on there Sunday, so yeah, so check me out on there as well.
That's a great podcast.
Yeah, true. But we're gonna kick it off. Start off with the All-Star news. Shout out to everybody who disagree with me with Carmelo not being an All-Star. Yo, shout out to y'all. Y'all didn't know what y'all was talking about, but that's good. That's cool. I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share it right here so that everybody can get a look at it. Reserves for the Eastern Conference is John Wall, Isaiah Thomas, Paul George, Kevin Love, Kyle Lowry, Kemba Walker, and Paul Millsap. And then reserves for the Western Conference, obviously, it's Russell Westbrook. Then you have Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, DeMarcus Cousins, Marc Gasol, DeAndre Jordan, and Gordon Hayward. A bunch of first-time All-Star, a bunch of first-time All-Stars with Gordon Hayward and DeAndre Jordan. I believe Gordon Hayward obviously deserved it. And then you also have Kemba Walker. I think everybody was waiting on Kemba to make it for a very, very long time. Do y'all think anybody got snubbed in either East or West?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, like especially in the East, like most questionable person was probably Paul Millsap. I've seen a lot of Paul Millsap hate going around for the Eastern Conference because, well, he's not like the exciting player that people want to see. I mean, no one really wants to see Paul Millsap play. He's a solid player, but I see a lot of people saying Embiid should have got in, Whiteside should have got in, Drummond should have got in. Just a lot of people over Paul Millsap.
Yeah, I don't think there were there were snubs, but I think it was more of like people like there weren't enough spots for these guys.
Facts.
Like the guys who got snubs, I think they know they're all-stars. They deserve to be all-stars. But like the people who made the reserves they deserve to be as well. So I think it's just a matter of like there's not enough spots.
What about Chris Paul? I think a lot of people got upset about Chris Paul not being in there. Personally, I think the only reason why he didn't get it is because of injuries, right?
Yeah, he's not going to be able to play, right?
Yeah, same. I think he didn't get in. It's probably because he got injured mainly.
Yeah, it's give the spot to someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess since Chris Paul was injured, they were going to throw the live to DeAndre, no pun intended, and let him go into the All-Star game. So DeAndre is in there now. And I guess that's cool and stuff like that. But I see a lot of people in the chat, and I saw a lot of people on Twitter as well complaining about Dame and how it seems like Dame will just never. He's caught in the wrong era. He was just born in the wrong time. He just in between time period where there's just so many dominant point guards that even the numbers that he puts up consistently gets overlooked. Do y'all think he should have been in there, or do you think they need to kind of change things around or expand the All-Star team to make sure he has some more players available to go? Or what y'all think about Dame and him being consistently snubbed? Because it looks like it's going to be a constant thing.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure if I'm right or not, but if you guys look at the reserves for the West, was there? I noticed there was like a lot more forwards and guards. Is that right? Like,
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was
yeah,
Gordon Hayward.
I think.
DeAndre, like 4?
Yeah.
No, five.
Yeah, there's about 5 forwards on the bench, and I feel like they could have easily just switched one of them out. Especially DeAndre Jordan, they could have easily switched him out for Dame. So,
No, I think they should have switched out Draymond, honestly.
not Draymond.
Yeah, for
Draymond.
real?
I mean,
Because like he's
I think
averaging like
Draymond.
13, 8, and 8. But like
I mean, but
compared
when you're playing with 3 scorers, like of course, I don't know.
I mean, that's like
He was-
saying
he was-
Kevin
he was-
Love
he
should be an
put up
all-star
numbers
every
like
year.
He was putting up those numbers last year though, even without those three scores though. Well, without Kevin Durant though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But you can also argue that like Draymond delivers more. I'm not sure if like the All-Star is more about like how the player contributes to their team, but Draymond does contribute more to his team than DeAndre does, or he plays a bigger role.
So I don't know. Me personally, I just feel like I don't know. I think that's fine. Even though I love Dame, and I made a video about Dame and how he should have been an All-Star last year. And how he's consistently underrated and overlooked. I think this year they got it right. I don't think he should have made it. I see people keep saying that. I don't really think that they should have made that. I don't think he should have been in there. Obviously, because his team isn't winning. 1 and 2. I think we're starting to really understand like CJ McCollum is like a legit player and they should be winning games. I don't understand why they're not winning. Well, defensively, that's the reason why they're not winning games. But I think I
just think like it's compared to like the other players who made it. I don't think he should make it this year, but he's been putting in that work, man. He should go off. I think he's gonna go off after the All-Star break.
Oh, he always does. Every time he
he'll-
gets snubbed, he goes off for someone.
True. Hopefully
Now,
he does.
I was surprised because I thought with CP being out, I thought he was just for sure going to be in the All-Star, but I guess not.
True. I mean,
Both of them aren't in there.
But what about like people saying that there should be more spots? Do you guys agree with that? Because I think I don't think it really matters because some players already don't get on court that much at all, and then if you add more players, that's just like not enough minutes for all those players to go around. So, what do you guys think about that?
I think
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, I think it's fine. What is that?
because if you had like if there was more spots, like the most you could give people was like 20 minutes, and I don't think All-Stars want to play for just 20 minutes in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to
Some of them
bench
don't
people
even
for a
get that
lot
already.
longer. Yeah.
But that's the whole point though. Like if you widen it, I think you lose value in the All-Star. Like you can't.
Yeah.
Because we're actually, I just realized this like not so long ago. They actually added another team to the All NBA team selections. It used to only be 2, and they added another one. So back in like the 80s, it was people who was putting in like 25 points, not even being considered to be in All NBA selection because there were just so many players in their position that was better than them. So back in the day, at point guard position, it was basically Magic and Isaiah, and everybody else just got snubbed every single year because there's no way you're gonna get over it. But that's kind of the point of it is like you got great players. I don't really think that you should expand it just because somebody else may not be contributing as much or putting up as big numbers just because you want to claim that they are an all-star. What about the Joel Embiid though thing? A lot of people keep telling me Joel Embiid should make it. I mean, he played good for like 20 games. I don't know how y'all think that. But.
I mean, when you look at the numbers he's putting up,
yeah, you can't really argue.
Pretty comparable. And like how valuable he is to his team, like bringing back Philadelphia basketball to like prosperity, I guess, compared to recent years.
Yeah, and if you like, I matched up his numbers with like Paul Millsap's, and his numbers are way better, and it's just kind of weird to think that Millsap got in over he did.
Well, Millsap's team is winning though.
Yeah, I don't know
what coaches look at.
Yeah.
No, but like
I saw someone.
I read this thing. It was like the
ahead.
only reason they snubbed him was because like he hasn't played as much as the other guys.
Yeah,
so if you're going off that reason alone, he should have made it.
Do you guys think if he was on a minute restriction, do you guys think he would have made the All-Star game? Like if he wasn't on a minute restriction?
Because he's still losing games though. I mean, they're winning now, but I mean throughout the entire season.
When I look at the All-Star game, I kind of don't really like to look at their record because it's more of like you kind of just want the best players in there. I don't know. That's just me though.
I don't know. I think because people in the chat right now saying that like Paul Millsap should have got kicked out and then like let somebody else in, and I'm like, I think Paul Millsap. First of all, I think Paul Millsap underrated. I think people don't recognize what he does. With a player like Paul Millsap, you can't just look at his numbers because he's sacrificing what now and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just feel like if you're looking strictly off numbers and entertainment, then there's so many players that Dame. I guess Dame should have been over DeAndre because technically speaking, Dame puts up better numbers than DeAndre, or even Dame over Gordon Hayward because technically Dame does put up better numbers. And I don't know. I just feel like I understand what you're saying, but you putting empty numbers on a bad team, I don't really know if that's considered to be great.
I mean, but even when you look at Paul Millsap's, even if you look at Paul Millsap's numbers without Dwight down there, he was still averaging a point less. He was averaging 17. So I don't know. It's just
True.
Yeah, but he was playing with the
great
Al Horford. He was playing with the great Al Horford, so that might be why.
True. He's playing with the great Al Horford, exactly, yo. The great, and on top of that, that is true. That's the snub right there. That great Al Horford got snubbed. That's really what it is,
bro.
That's disrespectful.
That is disrespectful. I don't know what them coaches doing, bro.
No comment, man. No comment.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
I know, man, it hurts your soul, man. It hurts your soul, don't it?
Yeah, I know. A little bit.
BSOLZ.
Yeah.
That video you did, like, when you were recapping the Houston-Boston game, I was hoping you would mention the fact that Isaiah Thomas got more rebounds that game than Al Horford.
Oh, my God. I actually didn't notice that. Did he actually?
Yeah, he had, like, 5. Al Horford had, like, 2, I think.
That is embarrassing, man. Al Horford, I'm sorry, bro. You are not worth $100 million, bro.
Damn.
I don't understand why y'all focusing so much on the rebounds, man. He's scoring, man. He had this scoring, getting
like
blocks.
15 past 3 years. It's like that's what we expected from him.
You want him to just take all this fame, yo? You don't want Isaiah Thomas to put up 30? Because if Al Horford needs to, he can. But the reason why he's so great is because he sacrifices numbers, man. Golly, yo.
Like, you gotta get
sacrifices numbers. I'm dead serious. I've been watching that man my entire life, man. Al Horford. my top 15 list about to come out. And I'm tell you right now, Al Horford.
Top
five. Trust and believe that.
He got 20 out of 20 in intangibles, bro.
Exactly. He got 20 out of 10 in intangibles. That Al Horford and Hakeem video, that's on the way.
Yo, I remember last week I asked you guys about Kemba, and you guys said he wasn't gonna make it. Like, how do you guys think about him being in it now? That's kind of
that was a surprise. I mean, he deserved it, but it was still surprising.
Though, yeah, Kemba. I don't know. I mean, his team is winning, so I mean, I guess that could be a reason why they put him in. But
yeah, there's like 4 point guards on the East. It's crazy.
It is. But the reason why I said that because I didn't know the wild card could be. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it is. There's 3. It's 3 off the bench, and then Kyrie. So that's 4. It's 4 legitimate point guards. Jesus.
Low-key, that man Whiteside should have got in over Kemba though. Low key.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm biased because I'm a Heat fan, but I don't know. It's weird not seeing us have an All-Star in the All-Star game. That's all I gotta say.
Y'all bad. Y'all are bad this year. Why is that weird?
Yo, we got that man.
They got Deion Waiters.
Deion
Waiters been on fire.
Yeah, that boy Deion Waiters.
Tell me that.
It's young Kobe. I saw that in the chat earlier. Somebody said Deion Waiters, young Kobe. That's right.
That's right.
I don't know. I really. If you're in a losing team, you putting up empty numbers. It's not like his numbers are affecting the game so much to where they're winning games.
Yeah,
you're in a losing team, so like. I really feel like a lot of players, if they were on a losing team, they could put up crazy numbers if they're on a losing team. But it's like so many players that aren't.
Like even his empty numbers aren't even that impressive. Okay. Like 17 points.
Yeah,
2 blocks from 3.7.
I don't know. It's just the Heat fan bias. It's just the Heat fan bias.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Just gotta wait like 5 more years.
And you know what else, Low-key, since we talking about empty numbers on losing teams, let's talk about this Carmelo trade because this man Melo, he keep getting denied, man. He keep getting denied. He out there, he trying to get his credit card. They telling him his credit score isn't high enough. They're like, nah. We not.
I'm telling you, those ISOs be scaring teams. The ISOs that he tries to run that chases away teams.
We're not feeling how you score. We're not feeling how you pass. We're not feeling how you defend. Your credit not looking good enough, so they keep declining it. Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all also people in the chat too. Tell me where y'all think Melo should go or what y'all think they should do. And before I hand it off, low-key he should. Low-key though, they won a few games since the last time we was in the pod on Sunday. But I will say this though. That team, I think they stuck with Melo, and I don't think Melo really has the opportunity to go anywhere else unless anybody really makes a drastic mistake. Because I'm saying right now, if the Celtics trade for him, that would be the mistake that the Celtics made, and it won't.
Yeah, do not do it. Don't do it, man.
Don't do it. Yo, some people saying he should go to the D League. Jesus Christ.
Melo in the D League, he's gonna average 60 points per game.
Yeah. Where y'all think Melo should go? Y'all think how y'all think the Clippers or the Cavs or what y'all think they should? Or any team
The only place I could see him going is the Clippers.
Same.
That's the only place I would say is worth the risk. Is the
Yeah.
Clippers.
Like his trade
BSOLZ
situation is so complicated though.
I
Because
know
like,
BSOLZ is gonna like this, but I think I can see him going to the Celtics.
nah,
Whoa,
bro.
they better not. They better not.
It seems like something Danny would do, but
That draft pick is gonna the water the mouths of the GM in New York. I'm telling you, those Brooklyn picks.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have to give up a Brooklyn pick. People not even moving Kevin Love for him, let alone a pick.
like the Clippers don't have to move their big three for Carmelo apparently. So we better not give up those picks. We
Y'all
can
better
give
not
up
even
James Young, Terry Rozier, the Mavs first round draft pick. That's all I'm giving them, man.
I wouldn't even give him a first. Everything will have to be second round because that Mavs first round pick might be something. Oh no, it's protected, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's protected. Yeah, I still wouldn't give him a first round pick. It would have to be like a second round pick or something like that.
For Melo, that's low-key disrespectful.
It's the reason why it's disrespectful though because
You playing the NBA that long, putting up all these numbers, all these scoring titles, all these medals.
James
Like, you gotta
Terry
look at it
Rozier in the
how he is
second round,
now.
man.
Second round draft pick. That's crazy.
Man, I don't like BSOLZ was saying like you gotta look at where he's at right now. First of all, I don't even think I'm being disrespectful. I think that's a league who being disrespectful because at least when I was doing my videos talking about trading Melo, I was like, yeah, Blake Griffin for Melo, that makes sense. At least I was like, yo, you can trade another star for a star.
Yeah.
There's people out here who are like, nah, we're not moving nothing, yo, because they know for a fact that man feel trying to trade them, so they're like, nah, you stressing. We're gonna have you keep stressing, and you're gonna take pennies on the dollar, yo. And I think that's gonna happen.
Because if they want to trade him, they gotta pay the price. Like if they need to trade him, if you have to trade him, then you gotta abide to our
take that out.
rules.
I mean, but Melo also has the no trade clause, so he's not gonna go to any team.
Yeah, that's the thing though.
Well,
You gotta find a good trade, and he
Yeah.
wants to go to that team.
Unless the Knicks
He
like
just needs
straight up
to-
go to his face and tell him that we don't want you in New York anymore, which I don't think they're gonna do.
Yeah.
I want to put it past them if they don't get him, move him soon. If Phil Jackson doesn't care.
I know you understand why Knicks fans aren't mad at Melo because he's the one who has like he just said, he's the one who's like keeping the no trade clause. Like he's the one who's telling everybody like, nah, I'm not going. Only going to two places. He's acting like he's a free agent. Like he's not a free agent. Like you have, we trading you. You don't have that many options. And we decide that you want to go to the Phoenix Suns, and that's where you're going. You're going to the Phoenix Suns. It's not that big of a deal.
Yo.
He also acting like he got like 7 years on his contract. Like after this year, he has 2 more years. So it's not like even when you do go, you're gonna be there for that long. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody denying him. I thought he was at least gonna get traded to like the Cavs or something like that. I thought LeBron was like, yeah, I'll mess with you, but
No, his best friend denied him.
Yeah, his best friend denied him. Yo, that's a shame. Yeah, that's a shame. Because I for sure thought like LeBron was like, oh, let's do this, man. We got this, man. And he's like, nah. You keep that over there, bro. You keep that over there. Chris Paul looking like, nah, you keep that over there too, man. D Wade was a free agent. He was like, I'll catch you in the off season, bro. I'm
going to Chirac, bro.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go to Chicago, play with Jimmy. Yo, you got it. You good over there, man.
You got D Rose. You don't need me.
Oh, y'all bugging the chat. Somebody said Melo for Horford. That's a terrible trade.
Yo, Horford's too valuable.
That's a terrible.
Move him.
Exactly. That'll be the steal of the century. That's crazy. No, we ain't not doing that.
We're not trading a top 5 player for Carmelo, bro.
Exactly. Come on. Oh, but it was this. I actually heard this around that the Thunder, he might get traded to the Thunder. Do y'all think that would be a good trade? Because that's another team I thought about as well, not early in the season.
That's such a
Can that work
downgrade
out
from
for him?
KD. That's such a downgrade from KD.
I mean,
Like, I didn't want
who's
that.
that? I'm about to say
pretty much
Andre
the same.
Roberson is a bigger downfall.
I mean, but like, yeah.
It depends on what they have to give up.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think-
Depends
What
on
do the
they
Thunder have to give up?
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, they have to give up everything besides
Cameron
Westbrook.
And they might be able to throw Enos Cantor in there because he just broke his hand for whatever reason.
Oh no, I'm not trading his cancer for
The
that.
dumbest injury I've seen
Yeah, well, that was a stupid
in a
injury.
long time.
But that's, you know, be it on a more serious tip before we wrap it up. Like, realistically speaking, just for the people out there who are listening, being realistic, I understand a lot of people claim that I hate Melo. People got to think Melo is he's about to be 33 years old, so that's one thing. Like BSOLZ says, the way he scores in high ISO, so he's isolated off in the perimeter trying to score. Even if you get him in the offense, he's probably not going to put up as much points as he does in the isolation. So at that point, then you're bottlenecking what he can do. Then he's a at best average defender. He's at making $25+ million a year. Like in what world is that value? And if the only thing he brings to the court is rebounding and scoring, which is completely fine, I don't really know if that's enough. Even if the Cavs traded for him or the Clippers traded for him, I don't think that's enough for them to compete this year or even next year because obviously he's going to continue to decline. So I don't know. I think that Knicks team is in the world of hurt for the next 2 years because they sat on Melo for a bit too long, or really Melo basically declined any trade talks for a bit too long, and I think they're really going to feel it.
Yo, as we were speaking, Melo just hit a game winner.
Oh, he did?
Like it was a dagger. It was a dagger, bro. They were up by 2. Hit him with the pull-up J. And then he's talking shit to the fans because they're like, don't shoot it. And he made it.
They played the Hornets too.
Yeah.
He's good, yo. I mean, I'm like I said, man. I might have said it before. Let me not say I never. He's a good player, but I just at this point in his career, even if he plays good right now, at this stage of his career, he's not going to do nothing. But the entire game, he shot 30% though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got booed apparently by the crowd again.
I think he's a great second, third star, but like I just don't think he'll accept that role. Just knowing Melo.
Same.
That's
Like
the problem.
I feel like he's still in this mindset that he's still like a top 10 player and it's like an off him. He didn't even make the All-Star game, so
Yeah.
top 30. Yeah, top 30.
That is true. He's not even making an All-Star game. He shot 30% from the field. He only put up 18 points, 30% from the field, 14% from downtown. He shot 1 for 7 and 11 rebounds with no assists.
With
Like,
no
Jesus.
assist. That's a classic
No
Melo game.
That is a classic.
Worth
You already know
25 million.
exactly. So I don't know. People got to just like wake up and realize what's going on.
Yeah.
I would, and I wouldn't even say Porzingis is better than him, but I at some point he is going to be better, and so we might as well just prepare for that point.
I mean, you could even make an argument now that Porzingis could be better than him, but
I
don't want to go that way. I don't want to go that way.
I don't want to go that way neither. Because people in the chat they might flame us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we got Waffles Army.
I don't want to go that way.
Yeah, someone in one of my videos commented that Porzingis will never be Melo or something will never be better than Melo or something like that. I thought that was the craziest thing I ever saw.
Yeah, he can't. I mean, I don't know why people acting like Melo's like untouchable. I don't even understand why people act like Melo's untouchable on the offensive end. Like he's only
I don't know.
He led the league in scoring one time, and he's never averaged over 30 points. So like, there's multiple players in NBA history who've done more than what Melo has done. And he's not even that efficient either. So I'm confused. But moving on to the next topic though, LeBron. So LeBron wants to. I don't know. It's two ways to really look at this. So LeBron, if you don't know, in the media, consistently criticized Dan Gilbert and the entire organization for the lack of moves that they've done in their roster and bringing in more assets and more players. And the biggest aspect that he wants, or the biggest piece that he wants added to the team, is a playmaker, a person who can facilitate, get the ball out of both Kyrie and LeBron's hands, so they don't have to be focused so much on playmaking and doing what they need to do on the floor. They can kind of, let somebody else handle the ball, facilitate, and run the offense while they chill on the perimeter. Personally, I understand where he's coming from, but the whole media thing is kind of crazy, and I think a lot of people are confusing what he's saying. It's not like he's saying he wants Chris Paul, or it's not like he's saying he wants like Curry or John Wall on his team. He just say he needs a facilitator or a backup point guard so he can relieve the problem that they have. So I don't know. I really just feel like what they need is, I do believe they need a facilitator because it's only him and Kyrie that's handling the ball, and they're the only two who gets assists. Everybody else just kind of stands in the corner and shoots. What do you think about that team, and what do y'all think they need to push them to the next step, and what they need to bring forth? Anybody says Rondo, I hate Rondo, but don't talk about Rondo. Jesus Christ,
Nah, bro, they got to lessen LeBron's minutes. Isn't he like leading the league in minutes right now?
Yeah, he's leading the league in minutes at 38 minutes.
There is no way he should be leading in minutes right now.
I think a player that would sort of fit.
He has to go ham in the playoffs, and like he does so much for the team in the playoffs. Yeah, they have to let him cool him down.
I think a player that would fit pretty good with like what they have going down there, Deron Williams. You know, he's a good playmaker. He can pass. He's also a good scorer. So that like if LeBron and all them are out, he won't put them in like that big of a hole when it comes to scoring. So he can keep up with scoring. He's on the
Dallas
right now. Yeah. So and I don't think he would it be hard to pick up trade wise. Like what do you think? What do you guys think they'd have to give up to get him? Probably not that much.
No, maybe look that up.
I'm assuming they could go for like a draft pick or something. Maybe a draft pick, and then
maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
is that bad?
They got Kyle Korver for a draft pick. So,
yo, low key though, Korver may be the reason, bro. This man does not play defense.
I don't think so.
Like he's such a defensive liability when he's on the court. It's just, I don't know.
It's like, especially like when they were playing the Warriors, I noticed that like it was kind of like helping Curry too, because they would just put that man Curry on Korver, and
they're playing the whoever offense on him.
Yeah, and Curry's a pretty good off-ball defender too, so it was just chill the whole time, and that's really all you need when you're guarding over Korver. So,
I don't know, the Deron Williams thing has me. I'm actually looking this up right now because
that'd be a pretty good pickup for them because he's not a bad scorer. I think at one point he was a 20 points per game type of dude. So,
and I think like if you pair him up with LeBron backup role, I think he's a pretty good fit there.
And I think I don't think he'll mind coming off the bench to win a championship. Like that's not like. If you're a dude, if you're a vet, like I really mind.
Yo, why is the trade machine down? Yo, ESPN is bugging. he's making $9 million a year, so I'm trying to figure out like, is there anybody on that cast team that's making $9 million? Because realistically speaking, the problem is they have the same pieces redundant. Like I don't know why they did that. I mean, I guess Korver is a great player, a great shooter at least. Why would you go get Korver when you have Kevin Love in the corner? You also have Channing Frye in the corner. Then you have Shumpert. Like you have all these players just standing around waiting for Kyrie and them. I'm confused on why they did that. That didn't make any sense to me.
They're trying to be like Golden State.
I think they needed more defense and offense. Honestly,
I think they did that as well. Yeah, because even the Melo trade, like you get Melo, that's cool, but defensively, you have a problem guarding people. So what's the purpose there? See, I'm trying to get to the scene.
This man is averaging 7 assists right now, so I think he fits in like with what LeBron needs. Yeah. Exactly what he needs.
And low key, what like are the Mavs? Are they trying to do something or are they not?
I mean, they're the worst in the West right now.
What do you mean by do something?
Are they still the worst in the Western Conference?
No, it's the Lakers. My team got that title for a couple of years.
And I was talking about there was gonna be the 8th seed. That's an L.
No. My team got that for a couple more years. They get low key if they don't. What does Channing Frye do? Because if you already picked up Kevin Love, what's the purpose of Channing Frye?
Really? To have like Kevin Love off the bench? I don't know.
Yeah, that's basically That's basically how they utilize him. He's playing about around 20 minutes, 9 points. I don't know. I actually that Deron Williams is extremely interesting, and they make it roughly around the same amount of money.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's interesting. Everybody in the chat, somebody says Tony Allen, Devin Harris. Is Devin Harris still even in the league?
Hey, he plays for Dallas still.
Oh, so they got another point guard.
Yo, what is up with everyone in Dallas, bro? It's like the purgatory.
It's like if you forgot about a player, they're probably in Dallas.
JJ Barrett's still in the league too. Yeah, you right. Everybody in Dallas.
They're all in Dallas.
Let me see.
Where you going to be forgotten about?
Those Gilbert Arenas.
They do have Devin Harris. So yeah, why not just put Devin Harris as start? I don't even know what they're trying to do. But Deron Williams is on a 1-year contract. and he's trying to. I guess I'm pretty sure he still wants to win a championship. So why not? Why not throw Darren Williams on the team? I'm hearing some people. Delonte West that's an extra no. And Richard Jefferson. I don't know. The only problem is if they move Channing Frye, I guess they don't have a power forward, but they can always slide a small forward to power forward, especially in today's NBA. I'm looking at a whole bunch of Melos and Jeff Teagues. I don't know why I see Melo so many times.
Jeff T. What?
Yeah,
Jeff T.
I actually think that's a really good trade though. That Darren Williams pick.
Yeah.
I saw it on Nick Smith's video today too.
What about I heard Nate wanted to go there also, but
Nate
they
Robinson.
turned him down.
I don't think he's necessarily a playmaker.
Yeah,
He's not quite
More of a
what they're looking
slasher.
for.
he's kind of old too, so.
He's like a slow
What's he
Isaiah
like?
Thomas.
I think he's like 32 or something like that.
You said what?
It's not like
He's
He's
30.
pretty
He's
old.
He's 32.
I think so.
Yeah.
But Darren Williams though too though.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
but Darren Williams is a better playmaker for the Cavs, and that's kind of what they need.
for sure.
Yeah. True. I don't know. Yeah, the Darren Williams one is interesting. I wouldn't mind that. He's out with a sprained toe though. I don't know.
Yeah, Nate is 32.
True. So I don't know if I was them, I would probably swing it that way. I would probably get that. And then Mario Chalmers, that's the name I was looking for. Mario Chalmers also brought up. He's a free agent.
I mean, but he's also
Yeah.
Chalmers is also.
I think he's like
kind
the
of-
last option.
Chalmers is kind of a 3-and-D type guy, so I don't know. Is he a playmaker? Because when he was playing with LeBron was necessarily kind of like the point guard, and it was kind of like the Bucks with how you have Giannis and then kind of have Brogdon as sort of the 3-and-D type dude. So.
But before LeBron got to the Heat, he was averaging around his rookie year. He was averaging 5 assists.
Yeah.
So he can handle the ball. I just feel like when LeBron got there, I think that was just the system that they were running with, and him and Wade became the dominant ball handlers, and he became more of a 3-point threat. I don't know, and that's the thing about LeBron. I'm not trying to bash him or not like that, but LeBron and the way he plays, it dictates and it changes. He's a ball dominant. He can do a little bit of everything, so you end up limiting everybody else. And I mean, I guess it's part of him being so versatile that it's hard to piece anything around him. So I don't know. I just feel like he's a solid pick. But if they can get Darren Williams, that would be a huge upgrade for them, especially on the back on the bench.
But like, I was watching FS1 today, and they were talking about how like maybe all of these problems LeBron is having is caused by him not taking a pay cut.
I was
What do you
just
guys think about that?
about to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you feel about that? Because Kobe got killed for like the last 2 or 3 years of his career because he didn't take a pay cut, and they were losing games, and everybody was like, "Yo, that's on you, Kobe, because you didn't take a pay cut." But low key, LeBron is kind of dictating the way that the NBA is being shaped. I don't want to like give him too much credit, but LeBron is dictating the way the NBA is being shaped in a way where he's dictating how the managers manage around him and how they build a team around him, because he's always taking these 1-year deals, and it's inflating the cap so much that there's so much cap left to really build anything around him. And then he comes in and he says, "Yo, trade Wiggins for Kevin Love." So now there's more money. Then he kind of pressures the organization to sign Tristan Thompson for a crazy contract. So there's more money. Like I'm not saying he's done everything. I'm not saying he's done that, but he's kind of pushed the hands of the organization to put them in a situation where they're at now, where they can't really do anything. So what do y'all think about the money thing and how much they're spending? Because they spent like $50 million in luxury tax last year.
No, because the thing is, like, he makes so much money off the court, like with Nike and like all these endorsement deals, that if he took a pay cut, it wouldn't really affect him that much. So if he really wanted to win, he should have taken the pay cut.
Yeah. And JJ in the chat telling us that even if he took a pay cut, they would still be over the tax limit. I think the reason and I could be wrong because I'm not completely clear about their finances, but if I'm not mistaken, the reason why they are over the tax is because they're repeat offenders, and because they're repeat offenders is because, well, part of it is because of LeBron. I'm not saying he should have gotten less money, but I distinctly remember when people was criticizing Kobe about it, and that kind of got me annoyed too.
Yeah.
Y'all got anything else to say about it though, about LeBron because he's taking a pay cut?
Nothing
Not
wrong.
really.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I don't know, but me personally, I don't think he should. And moving on, I'm pretty sure everybody else is straight. moving on to the next topic though. Rondo, I guess, is beefing with Wade, and Wade and Butler are beefing with the role players, but then the role players beefing with Wade and Rondo Wade and Butler because they're not doing nothing on the court. They're playing buddy ball. People out there who don't know, recently Wade and Butler called out players. Didn't necessarily say the name, subliminally said in the press that some of these players, they don't want it hard enough. They're not working hard enough. So that's the reason why, they're losing games. And then Rondo on Twitter, which I find this kind of ironic because if he decided he wanted to say this privately to his teammates, he should have said it privately. But he went on Instagram, made a statement along the lines of his relationship with his veterans in Boston and how they handle things, especially when they were losing games, and with him and Doc Rivers and stuff like that, and comparing that to where they're at now and kind of throwing shots at Wade and Butler and how they handled the situation. And then Wade, he liked the post. I don't know how that happened. And so then after Wade liked the post,
Wade is
then you
confusing.
had
He's like, you right.
Yeah, exactly. He was like, you right. Yeah, Jimmy bugging. Yeah, you right, Jimmy bugging, because that's not me. I know you're talking about me. And so then after that, then you finally had the role players, or people. That's what they call them, role players, or the supporting cast. They went out their way to make their voice heard as well about how they felt Wade and Butler playing buddy ball. How do y'all feel about how this whole situation is being solved, and what do y'all think is in store for the Bulls in the latter part of this NBA season?
I kind of think that Rondo has a point with how if like Wade and Butler, since they're, I guess you could say the leaders on this team, they shouldn't be kind of exposing like their stuff to the media. They should actually just confront them in the locker room instead of just talking to the media and doing all that. But kind of what I noticed is that Rondo low-key contradicted himself because he's also a veteran. Like he's not I guess you can say a young player on this team. He's a veteran. He said on the thing like, oh, my vets, they don't go to the media and all that. Like what he just did is going to the media. So he kind of contradicted himself there. So
yeah.
He did.
That's true.
Yeah.
He said that like he wasn't a vet neither. You're right. He said that like he was.
I know, right? He said that like
it's my third year in
31, bro.
Like, bro, like come on now.
Like you're a vet now too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know why he said it like that.
No, but he does have a point though. He does have a point. I think that
he has a point, but also he contradicted himself.
Yeah, I think Jimmy and Wade should have like kept their thoughts to at least kept it in the locker room, like with Antonio Brown. You guys remember Antonio Brown with the whole Facebook Live thing?
Yeah.
This is basically that. It's like just keep it in the locker room and then don't put it out on social media.
True.
Also, you guys think that Chicago, they're expecting too much of themselves at this point? I mean, you look at the roster. I mean, they have a 35-year-old Dwayne Wade. They do have Jimmy Butler. You have Rondo, who hasn't really been relevant for a while. Do you think they're expecting too much?
Yeah, they should have saw this in the beginning. Like none of their guys can shoot except for like Mirotic, Doug McBuckets. Like they're big.
Those guys
cannot
are
shoot.
mad inconsistent too.
Yeah, I know. So they kind of brought it upon themselves too.
To be honest with you, in low key, I'm kind of torn with the whole these veterans on young teams because everything is kind of just out of place. It just doesn't make any sense because you have veterans who are kind of putting these organizations in situations to where they have to win, like within the next year or two, like Melo in New York, and then you put Wade in Chicago. When in reality, those teams should be more focused on rebuilding or at least adding pieces to them, not necessarily going out there spending a lot of money on players that really don't fit, but just so you can convince some of your veterans that you're actually doing something as an organization. So realistically, Wade is on a team that is going to make mistakes. That does need some leadership. That does need some guidance. That does need time to grow. He's not on the team that was a shoo-in to make the playoffs in the beginning of the season, and right now they're the 8th seed. They're barely even making the playoffs. So it's not like he was on a team that for a fact was going to make the playoffs, and now he's all of a sudden like, oh man, this team, I don't know what's wrong with this team. It's like you joined a team that wasn't guaranteed a playoff spot. So that's the problem with it. And if he has a problem with it, I don't understand why he's on the team. He really should just leave and go play with another veteran or go play with another veteran team. I honestly believe they should just trade Jimmy. I think people forget. He's like 27, 28. Like
Yeah,
I agree.
people still think they kept trying to build around him, but you have like 3 years to put a complete team around him.
Should have given them Boston, man. I'm telling you. But no, they
Niggas
wanted
still do it,
everything.
No, I don't.
They wanted everything.
Y'all can still do it, man. Y'all got the pieces, man. Y'all can trade that, man.
Yeah.
All it's gonna cost
Give him
is
that
Horford.
first round pick. Give him that in the first round pick. If you give them that first round pick, I think you can sell it to them. Especially right now. Like this is like the wrong time in the season to like have a story like this because everybody's like, man, we trying to trade people, but y'all keep hurting all y'all trade value by going in the media and talking like this. So I don't understand how y'all not really helping us.
They also need to get rid of Rondo because I just don't know what he's doing there right now.
Yeah, they're like benching him and they're giving him
trying
like
to.
pretty good money.
Yeah.
Why are you giving him?
He's just collecting his money right now on the bench.
Yeah.
Thing is, no one wants Rondo.
Yeah.
What you
Like
say?
he's my favorite player of all time, but like, yeah, he has no use in the league right now.
What?
He's the favorite player of all time.
Bro, it. Leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone. It's a personal thing.
You don't understand.
No,
That 2010 Rondo, I'm not messing with that 2010 Rondo, bro.
Yo, Tony Allen, Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, somebody else. Not Rondo, not shooting Rondo. Not I can guard you at the free throw line, Rondo. No, not that guy. I can't. No, we can't do that. But I don't know. Yeah, I trade him, but yeah, in today's NBA because his lack of shooting and defensive abilities, I don't understand like where would he even go? Like who's really looking at the roster and like saying to themselves, you know what we missing? You know what we missing?
Sacramento.
We missing Rondo. That'd be yo, Sacramento. Brooklyn probably does, but they don't have any assets to trade for Rondo though.
Yeah.
They could give up Jeremy Lin.
I feel like Jeremy Lin is making more money.
That might be an upgrade.
It's an upgrade?
Might be.
Well, Rondo at least play. Lin's been like injured this whole season.
Oh yeah, facts.
That is true, but is that an upgrade though? Is Jeremy Lin and Rondo is that an upgrade?
I mean, Jeremy Lin would at least get if he was healthy, he'd at least play. So.
Oh, are you saying it's an upgrade for the Bulls?
Yeah, it's an upgrade for the Bulls. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's
upgrade for the Bulls.
Oh, you thought I was talking about for the Nets?
Yeah, I thought you were talking about
like,
Rondo on the Nets.
No, I'm talking about.
It's not like a huge upgrade or anything, but it's better.
Let me look at the chat real quick. Let me look at the chat because y'all. Everybody saying Lin is still better than Rondo. That's crazy. I don't know. Lin is better.
He can shoot a bit on on a good night.
Lin is a better all around player than Rondo. Like he could do a little bit of everything.
I'll still take Rondo as my point guard over Lin though.
I mean, you're a fan though.
I'm a Rondo fan though, so take it with a grain of salt.
Low key, I think I said his last podcast just in case. I don't know if y'all saw it, but
Rondo's just too reckless. I'd rather have
Rondo would not work on the Spurs. I saw that in the comments. Popovich and Rajon Rondo would not get along.
No. I was gonna say if Chris Paul leaves, why would he not? Why wouldn't Doc is irrational enough to tell himself like, oh yeah, man, come on, Rondo, man, that's exactly what we need. We need you.
they got the whole big three back there. Kevin Garnett coaching. Paul Pierce probably going to be with the organization somehow too, and bringing Rondo.
Doc Rivers is a Rondo whisperer. He knows his ways.
Exactly. Yo.
I mean, he's the only one who made him work though.
Yeah,
so I kind of get it that way. But
he played on the team with 3 Hall of Famers. That's the reason why it worked.
That's true.
That's a fact. Yeah, and CP3 to the Spurs, which I think is actually going to happen. CP3 to the Spurs, and so then
that makes
that
makes way too much sense.
It kind of does make too much sense, to be honest with you. I want to say that's it for the regular topics though. So before we go though, actually, since y'all are new to the channel and stuff like that, try to give some better understanding of everybody else who watching and listening and stuff like that. I want to just ask y'all a couple questions to y'all in the chat, and also to the people out there who watching it live. Y'all can also put it in the chat as well. So far this year, who do y'all have as MVP?
James Harden. This man just dropped 50 points, bro.
Yeah, you can't.
Now, he just dropped 50 points.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Who they play?
50
Philly.
points, 13 rebounds, 13
No,
assists.
no. Who did he play?
Bro,
Philly.
it's
Yeah, no,
the,
Philly.
it's the red hot Sixers though.
The Red
Yeah,
Hot Sixers. What?
Yeah, they were like 9-3 in their past 12 games.
Wait, hold
Hey,
up.
that's facts.
50 points, 13 rebounds, and 13 assists.
You almost had another
50
50, 15, 15
those
game.
stats, they're too. No matter who you play, if you can drop 50 points and 13 rebounds and assists, that's facts. Like that's MVP worthy.
I got Harden too. I got Harden too.
Yeah.
I'm just starting. Yeah, I got Harden. No. I see no love for Westbrook. While y'all passing up on Westbrook.
I mean, it
Harden's
seems
just
not winning.
better.
That's really it.
Yeah, Harden's he's just a more efficient Westbrook this year.
Pretty
Think
much.
about it.
True.
Right.
Yeah, 50, 10, and 10 is pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Any surprise teams that y'all see in the playoffs that might have an upset?
Jazz
That
maybe.
people might be sleeping on? The Jazz. I say the Jazz too. Actually, Loki. I say the Jazz.
Yeah, low-key Jazz.
I don't know.
And hey,
Are we going
honestly,
off based on what the records are,
The Rockets might be a team that people sleep on because they're low-key. They're putting in work, and like with Harden leading the way he's been playing this year, I could see them going as far as the conference finals.
I think the Clippers if they can stay healthy. They can pull off an upset.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like if
An
they're
upset
healthy,
win.
that's a big if though. But
If they pull an upset in the first round,
Biggest if.
he's gonna be upset in the first round.
If the Bucks, if the Bucks still had that one dude who's a shooting guard again, I forgot what his name was.
Chris
Middleton.
Yeah, Middleton. If they had Middleton, I could see them going to at least maybe the second round. Probably most
I can
likely.
see possibly the second round as long as
they don't face.
they don't play like
Cleveland first.
Celtics or Cleveland or Raptors.
Well, they would have to. Oh, wait, you talking about the first one? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of that is kind of slim because they're not even in the playoffs right now. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. Low-key, I agree with you with the Jazz. But honestly, I think the Jazz, the Rockets thing, I think the Rockets actually might get bounced out in the second round. And I think the Jazz, I think if there's any team that could surprise anybody, I think it's the Jazz, and I wouldn't be too surprised if they made it all the way to the conference finals. Honestly, I have that much faith.
Low key though, the Grizzlies, they might. I think they could pull off an upset, but
If they match up with the Warriors, I mean they would have to be the 8th seed. But if they match up with the Warriors in the first round, that would be a pretty interesting series.
they might push it to 6. They might push it to 6.
I can see them pushing it to 7.
Right now.
Low-key.
What are they? What seed are they right now? Like 6th or 7th?
I think 7 right now.
Who's-
The
Memphis.
Grizzlies. Yeah, they're 7th. Yeah, they just need to get out of that 7th seed because they got swept by the Spurs the last 2 times they saw them in the playoffs. So their priority just needs to be get anywhere but 7.
Yeah.
So if they get 6, though, you think they can beat the Rockets?
Yeah, I think they can.
They'd have a chance, yeah.
Who the Jazz?
I'm taking the Rockets
Jazz
over,
or
but
the
I think the
Memphis?
Grizzlies, of course, have a chance.
Yeah, because the Grizzlies they can defend. They got some defenders on that squad.
I mean, but the whole mentality of the Houston Rockets is to sort of just outscore the opponent, and they've pretty much shown that they can do that this year. So
I don't know. I mean, I don't watch. I'm not gonna say act like I watch Grizzlies games, but I don't know how much. Well, how old is Tony Allen? Like 34, 35, something like
I
that?
think he's
34.
30s. I think he's older than that.
Are you sure?
He's older than that.
I think
Yeah.
so.
He's
35, yeah.
35.
Yeah, 35.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I mean, he hasn't been. He wasn't playing that many minutes back in Boston and stuff like that. So who knows? He might have some minutes on him to where he can pick up James Harden for a 7-game series. But I don't know.
I don't think you can lock down James Harden though, Tony Allen.
I don't think no one can lock down this. You can't lock down James Harden. That's impossible.
I think he can slow him down because that's
slow him down.
Just slow him down.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. If you can slow down James Harden, because I mean, realistically speaking, outside of him and maybe Eric Gordon, there's really not much else on that team offensively. If you can really slow him down, I think that could really leave some lasting effects on that team, especially in a 7-game series. The longer they draw it out, the much harder Harden has to work. And I think a lot of people fail to realize that James Harden in the playoffs, especially since he's been with Houston, isn't really that efficient at all. If you go back and look at his performances, it's not that
Especially
efficient whatsoever.
Elimination games, he's a turnover machine.
Wasn't there a year where he made the conference finals?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
back in
2015.
2014.
2015, I think.
Yeah.
This team is looking better.
Dropped 12 turnovers in Game 6.
Oh, facts.
Yeah. He did that last year, the elimination game too. He had a lot of turnovers.
Yeah.
True. Everybody. Some people saying Wizards. That's a sleeper team, and I saw some Pacers as well.
No, Pacers aren't upsetting anyone.
Nah.
What?
You think the Pacers? Wait, where are they in the East right now?
They're 6.
Now, low key though, I think the Pacers could. Because like
You think
guys
you
remember
think the
last year
Pacers?
the Raptors? They pushed the Raptors to 7. Now Paul
Exactly.
George.
Yeah, exactly.
So BSOLZ, you got them upsetting your Boston Celtics?
Absolutely.
I think so.
That's it.
They got
Wow, man,
they got the best player.
That's crazy. You have no faith in your team. That's crazy, man.
Bruh, I'm trying to
You're
be a
never
realist right now. I'm trying to be a realist. I
I don't even know if
they
that's
can
being a
upset.
realist.
I don't think they're gonna upset. I just think there's a possibility that they can.
Well, there is a possibility, but I'm still definitely leaning towards Boston. Like,
Yeah, I'm still
75% of the
leaning
time.
towards my team, but
Man. Oh, so you leaning towards your team? Wow, what a fanboy. Sheesh.
I can't win. I can't win, bro.
Yeah, it's a lose-lose situation, you know.
That's ridiculous. Leaning towards your team. I don't know. Yeah, the Pacers are an interesting team, and I think a lot of people slept on the Wizards from the beginning until where we're at right now. So that could be a potential team that might upset or sneak up on a couple teams, especially if John Wall and Bradley Beal get going and they stay healthy.
Yo, with the way the Cavs are looking right now, if they let's say like they're still looking like this by playoff time and they end up in the conference finals with Toronto, do you think Toronto could take this team down?
Does the Cavs?
Yeah.
No.
With the way they're looking right now, like if they didn't add
Not
anything.
with the way Toronto's looked in the playoffs so far.
Exactly.
I mean, but
you must not never met
last year.
Yeah, no, you need to meet playoff Kyle Lowry, yo. Playoff Kyle Lowry.
They took the
That's a
Cavs.
whole nother man.
Playoff Kyle Lowry.
Playoff Kyle Lowry, that's a whole nother man, yo. He was shooting on the 40%.
I want to see him do good in the playoffs, though. I do, but at the same time, it's never happened yet.
Yeah, LeBron just steps it up like even more in the playoffs. So
That's another thing too. It's not like LeBron is really trying so far. So it's
that's right.
He would not let them lose.
Yeah, he's not going to let them lose. Especially that's something he for sure couldn't live down. Him losing in the finals. I mean, a conference finals or even in the Eastern Conference playoffs. What's the biggest disappointment so far in the season for y'all? Team wise, or players, or organizations, coaches, or what do y'all think is the biggest disappointment so far in the season?
I'm gonna have to go with the Lakers, man. I thought they were gonna do better than last year.
I mean, I feel like for me, they're the biggest surprise and also the biggest disappointment because they surprised me in the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning they were good.
Yeah, now I'm just like, damn, like that's how it is.
And reality struck in.
Yeah, reality. Yeah,
that is true. They were balling out, and they were like, no, "We weren't purple and gold. Let's chill out for a second. Let's chill.
I thought Brandon Ingram was gonna be that guy, though.
No,
I thought he was gonna be better, but
low key, like
I think it's probably the Blazers. Really disappointing.
Yeah, the Blazers for me is a huge.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
A lot of people were saying that they're overachieved last year, but at the same time, I don't see why they couldn't at least play as good as they were playing last year.
But they should be at least 500. They should be at least 500 though. They should be at least 500. They're not even 500 right now. That's a bit disappointing. And going back to the Lakers though, low key, I'm like so close to making a video, like just telling them, yo, trade that man D'Angelo Russell. Please do it. Just trade him. Just trade him. It's done. It's done. Just trade that man.
Does he have enough value though that you guys can like get in return?
So I think it's something.
Yeah, I think there's another teams out there going to be like, oh, young point guard, we'll take that.
Did the Mavericks disappoint you
could
guys
probably
this
get.
year?
Let's say it again.
No.
The Mavericks, did they disappoint you guys?
No.
They've been consistently good for the past like what, 10 years?
Barely. Like the past couple of years, they've been slowly falling off.
They've been a playoff team.
They barely the 8th seed though. Like there's like 7th, 8th, like barely making it. And even when they did make it, it was coming down to like the last game until they actually.
But to sink down to all the way to being the 13th seed, and at one point they were the worst team in the NBA. That's.
Well, Dirk wasn't playing though.
Yeah. Oh, facts.
And realistically speaking, the difference between them and the 8th seed, I think, is like 5 games. So it's not like similar to the East. It's not like it's such a huge gap from the 8th to the bottom.
3 games, actually. 3 games.
Yeah, so it's not even that big of a difference. So I wouldn't be. I mean, I'm not saying they'll get it because I didn't have them making the playoffs. But I didn't think it was. And what about in the Eastern Conference? Any disappointments in the Eastern Conference?
Pistons.
New York.
Oh yeah, Pistons.
Yeah, Pistons
I'm
in
gonna
New York.
go to New York too. New York is a huge disappointment. Oh, you're a Pistons fan.
I could talk for hours about how disappointed the Pistons have been, but I'm gonna save myself the stress.
Gave up, man. Slam just gave up in the beginning of the season. He was always complaining about the Pistons.
Until they're 5 games above 500, I will not get excited about the Detroit Pistons.
Well, what do they need though? Because I feel like they
need to get rid of Reggie Jackson. It's just. I'm saying it right now. They really need to get rid of Reggie Jackson.
Wasn't he like your best player though last year with Andre Drummond?
He got the most points. That's because he doesn't pass the ball.
That's facts.
It's just
you don't think they need better. You think the 3-point shooting is fine, or you think it's clearly?
I mean, it could be, but
I feel like
the thing is, Reggie Jackson isn't a good 3-point shooter. He sells for a lot of threes. KCP is much better 3-point shooter this year. Marcus Morris has been in a slump. John Lure has been fire. So for the Pistons, actually, then got Andre Drummond. So the problem is Reggie Jackson. I'm not too fond of Marcus Morris either. He's like a ball stopper. He's kind of like a poor man's Melo in some games. Sometimes he does the right thing, but other times he gets the ball and then he'll just go into his little ISO and then take a step back jumper or something like that, which frustrates me.
True.
Hey, that man Tobias Harris has been doing me justice in fantasy basketball, averaging like 17 points a game. That's what's
I like him off the bench.
Yeah, what about this man Andre Drummond? You think he's underperforming this year?
Yeah,
I don't think he was never that good though. I never thought he was.
I don't think he's underperforming. I just feel like he's just like okay. So I feel like the bigs now they're evolving to the point where because he hasn't. You can't really say he's gotten worse or anything. It's just that a lot of these bigs now are really versatile, like with Porzingis and Miles Turner and all of them, and Embiid and Cat. It's like he's kind of looking like a traditional big man that's just going to be foreshadowed by all these versatile big men.
For me, I think he thinks he's something he's not. He thinks he's this main scoring option on a team, when in reality, what he should be is something like a DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah.
Where he wants the ball in the post. He wants to try and make some post moves or something, then doesn't go in. Then he gets frustrated. He gives up on defense. It stops getting rebounds and stuff like that. So right now, I think he got that big contract. So I think that got into his head that he has to be the man on this team, when that's really just not the case right now.
Yeah, even looking at his blocks, he's only averaging 1.2 right now. That's a career low.
Yeah, I'm looking at that too. That's pretty bad. And low key, he was on TNT the other night, and Kevin McHale and Kevin Garnett, they were there and they were talking about him. He kind of walked up on him, and they went to the court. And it's so cringe when they do this though. But they went to the court and they were trying to teach him post up moves. And in the back of my in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, all he do is catch lives. What are y'all doing? He's not going to get the ball in the post.
This man was wearing a turtleneck, bro. That shit was funny.
Yes, he was. Oh my god,
this man was wearing a turtleneck.
I was low key yo man, just throw that man lobs and let him catch in the dunking, man. Because I don't know all this post move. Kevin McHale was legit. They were teaching him they had all night to practice. And he was like, all you gotta do is just do this 1-2 move and just throw it out there and get it and just lay it up. That's it. And if they start doing that, you just gotta counter. That's all you gotta do, man. That's it. And
that's all you gotta do. It's that simple.
That's crazy. Yo. I hate when legends, ex players and legends, they talk about how they score and stuff like that. When Shaq go on TV, he's like, all he gotta do is average 28 and 14. That's why I'm like, yo.
I saw exactly Shaq say that. He's like, all you gotta do is go out there and get 7 points every quarter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was like, yo, man, do you know how ridiculous that sounds? Yo? He says it so casually. He says it so casually. I'm just like, man, do you not understand?
Make it sound so easy.
Nah, he said that on open court too. So the rest of the guys are a bunch of Hall of Famers. He's like, you right? Is that easy?
Yeah, everybody, nobody never stops, and nobody doesn't say y'all know y'all one of the greatest players of all time, right?
Kenny Smith is that, bro?
Yeah, somebody need to say that because I don't. That's like Michael saying all you gotta do is come down the court, jump from the free throw line, stick your tongue out, and then dunk the ball. You get it every time, man. That's exactly what you do, man. That's all you gotta do. Or Curry telling people all you gotta do is come off the screen, and pull up about like 5 feet away from the 3-point line. You'll get it. They're not gonna guard you out there.
Gotta go away. Trust me. Just throw it up.
They're not gonna guard you out there, man. Trust me. Just trust me on that, man. Everybody not Shaq, and they be killing me on that. Or everybody not Kevin McHale.
Yeah.
Because he told him like 2 moves. He's like, that's all you need right there. Those 2 moves, that's it.
You're gonna be 30 point. You're gonna average 30 per game with these 2 moves.
Exactly. Don't worry about what Stan Van Gundy telling you in practice. This is what I'm telling you. Trust me. Trust me. This is gonna work right here. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, yo. What else? And then the Knicks. Yeah, well, the Knicks are disappointing. We all know the Knicks are disappointment though, so it's not that big of a deal. I guess we kind of did that with the upsets. Any players that y'all see that could be traded because trade deadline is not too long ago? We talked about Melo, but any surprising trades or any trades you want your teams to specifically do to make them better?
I just uploaded a video today on like what the Celtics should do. I said they shouldn't trade it like at all this year, honestly.
Yeah,
Honestly, I want Miami to get rid of Dragic. No lie.
They will. I can see him being gone by the trade deadline.
Yeah, there's too many
Lopez,
teams.
though? What about Brook Lopez? Where do you guys think he should go?
Didn't the Nets say they wanted like 2 first-round draft picks for him?
Yeah,
They need
They're trying to get
That's
the
too much.
Yeah, they don't too much. Because I think this year is the only one where they still have they have a pick, but it's a Celtics pick, so they just swap it out.
Yeah,
so this I think this is
with Brook Lopez still, like they got rid of those picks. They might as well use him to get like something.
But low key,
he's like the only asset.
But low key, like I said before, like the game is evolving to the point where a player like Brook Lopez, I feel like in today's NBA, if you're gonna be posting up like Brook does,
yeah,
he has a 3-point shot now, or at least he's adding it to his repertoire.
Yeah.
But the only way you're going to be dominant, the only way a post player is going to be relevant is if he's dominant. If he's not dominating the lane, then what's the point of him being there? It's almost pointless. So I don't know. He would have to start dominating from the lane. If not, then Brook Lopez is a post scorer who isn't dominant, who doesn't rebound that much, who's not a great defender.
So basically, Al Horford.
Al Horford does all of those things, though, man. Al Horford defends.
He's top 5. Stop disrespecting my man, bro.
You don't even watch basketball games, man. Chill out, man. You don't watch no Boston, man. You don't watch Boston, man. I said this on Twitter because actually I think my next video will be about this. If Boston doesn't make the trade, going back to Boston, this might be like the worst NBA season I think I've ever seen in my lifetime because.
Oh yeah, I saw you tweet
It's
that.
because they didn't make a trade.
It's because if they don't make the trade, I wasn't clear about that, but like if they don't make the trade, right? It's so clear like what's going to happen. Like the greatest part about the NBA, or to an extent, the best part about the NBA is that at some point there's some parity or some type of twist somewhere in the middle of the season where trade happens. You kind of just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
this will be the 3rd year in a row where we know for a fact it's going to be Cavs and Warriors, and we know this for like it's not even a question about it. We know for a fact what the end result is going to be. It's going to be Cavs and Warriors. And like most likely, the Warriors are going to win this year. Next year, if nobody doesn't really do nothing, it's going to be Cavs and Warriors again. And if we keep getting to the point where it's Cavs and Warriors, Cavs and Warriors, Cavs and Warriors, that sounds terrible to me. I don't even want to get to a point where we having 4 or 5 straight NBA finals where it's the exact same thing.
I feel like the crazy thing about it, like we do this without even realizing, but like we know for a fact that because this is like one of the first NBA seasons where like sort of everybody's like sort of looking at the future because it's like what we're watching now is boring, that we have to like a lot of us are starting to pay attention to these young teams like, oh, I can't wait 5 years until the Sixers is this or the Timberwolves is that. Like nobody was doing that before. Everybody was always focused on like the present. Like, oh yeah, like this team is dominant now and the competition with this team and that team, like because there's all these competitive teams. Now we're just like, oh yeah, the future, I noticed.
True. Because I guess, like,
yeah, but
go ahead.
Oh yeah, but I was gonna hop on what you said about adding some parity with the Celtics don't make a trade. I don't think there's anything they could do to add any parity. I don't think anything they do gets them past Cleveland, so I don't think it matters.
Like if you had Boogie, are they really going to be
disagree.
better? Are they really going to be better?
I disagree. I completely disagree. If they add Butler if they get Nerlens Noel, I think that because I said this. I don't know. I think my mic went out when I was talking about this last week or on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
If they go get Butler, Butler is a legit player who can actually guard LeBron. Like Butler's like one of those hidden gems in the NBA where you're like, all right, who can guard LeBron? It's Butler, Paul George, Kawhi, Iguodala like 3 or 4 years ago. But that's really it. And so if you can have one of those players on your team, you immediately I guess. But you immediately put yourself in conversations to be able to win a championship if you're able to guard LeBron. And because you have LeBron, and then we talk about Al Horford, but Al Horford is a really solid defender. And then you add that with a Crowder, Isaiah Thomas, and Avery Bradley, because I think that Brooklyn pick this year is good enough for the Bulls to kind of sit back and really think about, okay, we're not winning on this year. We may not win on next year neither. By the time we actually start to be a contender, Butler would be around 29, 30 years of age. So why not just cash in now for a pick for a player that may be Lonzo Ball, and we build a franchise like that?
No, but I think you got to account for like chemistry, how they're gonna fit together, like the Cavs' playoff experience compared to the Celtics, how that's gonna factor in.
Chemistry's overrated. No, let me check. No, I say that. I say that just because people tend to forget. Maybe it's just Kobe Bryant, his greatness. Kobe. When they added Al Horford, in the middle of the season, roughly around this time. Not Al Horford. They added in Pau Gasol. They added in Pau Gasol in the middle of the season around this time when they won their championship run. And they went to the championship that same year. Like that same year they added Pau, they went to the championship.
That's true.
That same year. And maybe that's just a system that they worked in. And on top of that, you got Kobe Bryant. I'm not going to act like everybody has that perfect system going on, but I legitimately feel like that team, that Boston team, that's a great enough team for them to add a player like a Jimmy Butler, and that immediately changes the conversation. Because I think
it makes things interesting, sure, but I don't think he gets them past it still.
You don't think he get past Cleveland?
No, I don't. It makes things interesting, of course, but it doesn't. I still don't think they get past it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's hard to say, bro. I'm a Celtics fan, and I want Jimmy Butler on my team, but LeBron on the team, man.
But what are you holding off? Because realistically speaking, fine, if they don't get it this year, next year, LeBron gets older, he starts deteriorating. Hopefully, his numbers may go down. Butler gets better as a player. They're on different trajectories. If at some point LeBron is going to get worse while Butler is getting better, at some point it's going to get to a chance where Butler is just going to be able to guard LeBron and handle him. Not only that, Jimmy's on another big reason why. I'm just telling my entire video for tomorrow, but it's whatever. Jimmy's on a contract where it makes sense, right? Like everybody else outside of Jimmy Butler, Paul George, and DeMarcus, or all the other players, Anthony Davis that signed in the old CBA, their money makes sense. So you can go get a player to Jimmy Butler's caliber that's making Kent Bazemore money. So then you saving too. So you saving and you get a better man. The Celtics don't do that. I'll be disappointed.
I still think if they do the trade, it wouldn't be bad for sure because, like you said, if not this year, then they could still do stuff maybe next year or the year after that or whatever. But I'm just saying for this year, it doesn't get them past the Cavs.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If they're going to trade for Butler, I'd want them to do it in the 2018 trade deadline rather than this year, so they can still use that 2017 draft pick, and they can still trade the 2018 draft pick for Butler. So they potentially could get Lonzo Ball, Isaiah Thomas, and Jimmy Butler on the same team.
But the only thing with that, though, BSOLZ, is the 2018 draft pick might not have as much value as this 2017 one, considering how good this draft is supposed to be.
I think the Lonzo Ball pick, if they get I'm telling you right now, if pick, you got to trade that.
Yeah, I agree with Lo on that.
You got to trade that.
Because it's like if you're just keeping the picks and Lonzo Ball and all these players, it's just you guys aren't getting any better, and you guys aren't taking to get better for the future. So it's like you guys aren't progressing, and you're gonna end up like the Orlando Magic, where it's half your team could be good 5 years from now. Well, not the Orlando Magic, the Suns, where half your team could be good 5 years from now.
I was going to say Magic.
Yeah, and the other team is good, could be good 5 years earlier.
Just blew them up for 40 today.
Yeah.
But the Knicks are another team like that where they have a whole bunch of players like Rose, Melo, and I guess Noah. I guess.
Yeah,
no,
the
I
Knicks
don't
are
know.
actually a better comparison. Yeah, the Knicks are a better comparison.
Yeah, Rose, Melo,
But, like-
and Noah, and that's good now. And then you got a whole bunch of other players that's going to be good like 3 or 4 or 5 years down the line.
No, but
Yeah.
like, you guys don't think like if they had Lonzo Ball or Markelle Fultz, they can't contribute to the team right away? I mean, if you had Melo to the 03 Pistons, you guys don't think he's gonna contribute right away?
I mean, but are you gonna
I
bring the
think he would
first
have been a
pick of the
completely
NBA
different
draft
player.
off the bench? Are you gonna bring the first pick of the NBA draft off the bench?
I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to.
He's first
So,
rotation.
but, so that means bench Isaiah.
No,
You bitch on Isaiah Thomas,
Oh,
then.
never
no,
mind.
you look at the Trailblazers. They have CJ McCollum and Damian right now. So
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 then
you
bench,
bitch Avery Bradley?
yeah. So then you bench Bradley, or
I mean, I don't know. I just
exactly.
think that gives them more
You gotta
flexibility.
bench- I want to say
Yeah,
there's only
that's
5 players
exactly
on the court. You gotta bench somebody.
Yeah, you got to bench somebody. Yeah. 'cause-
You get the league to start. You get the league to change so you can play 6 players.
Oh well.
Okay.
You know what's funny? I don't even think there's certain teams in the NBA right now who don't even have 6 starters. Low key, they're just like, nah, don't do that. If anything, we need to cut it down to 4, so our bench can be better.
The Brooklyn Nets don't have one.
Low key, they might not. But the thing about the Celtics though is again, I understand people saying like they may not win this year specifically, but you just set yourself up for the next couple years, because even if the Celtics are tempted to even do anything in free agency, the amount of money they're going to sign somebody, like people like when they played the Jazz and everyone was going crazy for Gordon Hayward, that's fine and all, but you can get a player like Gordon Hayward, if not better, for a cheaper price for an asset that you're really not going to have that much value for because you're already a playoff contending team already. And I think I said this in y'all podcast, man, expecting a point guard or expecting really anybody, a first year point guard, first year shooting guard, first year big, to be a contributor on a championship contending team. Like that's, I mean, you talking about you basically talking about Magic Johnson. You looking at Magic Johnson, like that's not about to happen.
Yeah,
Even as great as Melo is,
that's like them like asking Jaylen Brown to contribute this year. You know.
yeah. Would you ask Jaylen Brown? Yo, you was a 3rd pick. You need to start picking up your weight because we trying to make this finals, man. You better pick up that weight, man.
And I know you can't really compare Jaylen Brown to like Lonzo Ball, but you know they're picked around the top 3. That's top 3 draft picks. So.
And even if you get Lonzo Ball, like what does he still do for that team though? Because the end result for any team in the East should be we trying to beat LeBron.
Try to beat the Cavs, yeah.
So you need something. You need a piece to beat LeBron. I think Jimmy Butler's one of those pieces as well.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, my video tomorrow gonna sound hella redundant because I just basically said my video.
It's like, wait, didn't you just say that yesterday? Like,
Yeah, everybody in here gonna be like, I heard that already. Let me leave this like real quick. Before we still go to everybody's favorite team, and y'all tell me where y'all see y'all team in the next couple of years and what they may need to do. Also, wait, before we do that, because people kept talking about Nikola Vucevic in the chat. Yeah, they need to trade him too. That Orlando Magic team need to trade a whole bunch of players. I don't understand why they
Facts.
But yeah, what are your favorite teams, and what do you think they need to do in the next 5 years to kind of put them in situations to where they're winning games?
I mean, we kind of went all over my team.
Yeah, let's start off with my Miami Heat. You know, I've seen a lot of Heat fans in the chat. Shout out to all you guys. But yeah, pretty much what I see with my team, what I want them to do, I kind of want them low key right now. Let's get rid of Whiteside and Dragic, and then try to pick up Lonzo. Maybe trade Whiteside to the Celtics for that pick, for the 18 pick, because we don't have a 2018 pick, for the 18 pick in Jaylen Brown. We have Jaylen Brown, we have Winslow, we have Tyler Johnson, we have what's his name, Richardson. Pick up Lonzo Ball, and we're set. We develop from there. Maybe somebody from the 2018 draft. Hopefully, someone like maybe Michael Porter Jr., who's a forward. But yeah, build from there, and we're chill.
True.
Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty much what I want. But right now, pretty much we're fucked. So.
Yeah, because y'all don't have that 20 pick, because that's tough.
That's the main reason why I would get rid of Whiteside, because Michael Porter's looking nice. And
do you sign?
What do you want them to get for Dragic?
For Dragic?
Yeah. What do you want for Dragic?
I really didn't think about that. Mostly just get rid of Dragic. The main reason why I want to get rid of Dragic is to just have space for Lonzo. But well, I mean, we will get something in return for Dragic. Hopefully, I'm not sure if it's gonna be something. Maybe we might probably just end up getting a second round draft pick, but I don't know.
That's all. You think that's all you're gonna get for Dragic? I think that's even for Dragic. I think that's kind of low.
Maybe
that's kind of low.
Yeah. I mean, he's been producing for us, but I don't know. So
I'm like with Detroit,
it might be a thing because I call teams out on this where it's like they have the guy and they like sort of have like a lot of like in their eyes he's worth a lot, but in other teams' eyes they're not really worth that much. So I kind of
the Carmelo effect.
Like, the Carmelo effect. Yeah, I feel like Dragic might have that Carmelo effect for us, and then send him to another team. They might not have that.
Speaking of teams, to the point guard, how the Detroit Pistons looking, man? Tell me, because I'm pretty sure y'all wouldn't mind having Dragic because the way you talk about Dragic.
I wouldn't mind having Dragic over Jackson. I think it would be interesting, but I think they need to get KCP the ball more. The best stretch of basketball they were playing was when Reggie wasn't there and KCP had the ball in his hands more. I mean, he was going out there getting like 8 assists. He was getting rebounds. He was actually looking a little bit like a Jimmy Butler, a younger Jimmy Butler, like Jimmy Butler maybe is like 30 in the NBA. That's what he was looking like. And they were winning games. And then Reggie Jackson come back. He takes the ball away from KCP. And now they're the 11th, like 10th seed in the East or something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think they need a less ball dominant point guard. They need someone to distribute the ball to all the options they have instead of trying to be the option himself. And then it's like see how they develop from there. That's basically it.
Sounds like a Rajon Rondo to me, man.
That is kind of weird. It's weird that Reggie Jackson, he's not even averaging 6 assists.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's weird. That is crazy. He's shooting, I guess he's shooting fine, but yeah, he's not even getting 6 assists. I would assume that, especially in today's NBA where guards are just like putting up crazy numbers.
Yeah.
I would assume he would have been able to get some more. Ish Smith is averaging almost the same amount of assists as he's getting, so yeah,
he barely plays.
And he needs some facilitation down there. And yeah, like you said, we talked about the Celtics already, but I guess my Lakers, man, they gotta get rid of that man D'Angelo Russell, man. He's terrible. I can't stand D'Angelo Russell, man. He's a terrible guard. He can't play defense. Inconsistent offensively. He's not a passer. He's a scorer.
Damn.
On a team full of scorers. That don't make no sense to me. He's shooting under 40% from the field. In today's NBA, where the game is structured for guards to flourish and perimeter players to be great, how are you shooting 40? Like under 40? That makes no sense at all.
It was good in the beginning of the season, though. It kind of just died down.
I guess so. He was up and down in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, he was like a game off, a game on. It seemed like.
Yeah. And his highs were so good that it balanced out the lows, so he looked like his average was all right, but it was really up and down. And like I said, Brandon Ingram, he's just been really all these rookies have been wildly disappointing in my opinion. But Brandon Ingram, he's starting to turn it around. But Jesus Christ, man!
How do you feel about Julius Randle?
Ben Simmons.
You know what's crazy about this team is that everybody's sacrificing, right, to like aid the process and like players like D'Angelo and Brandon Ingram to flourish. But crazy enough, even with Julius Randle sacrificing, because nobody's on this team playing 30 minutes. Even with Julius Randle sacrificing, he still looks better than everybody else. Like him, Clarkson's coming off the bench and took a pay cut just to stay on this team. And he looks better. He looks way better than D'Angelo. And then you have Larry Nance Jr., who also coming off the bench, who looks fantastic. Lou Williams, a veteran, could have easily went to another team or easily could be traded to another team. He's sacrificing minutes and numbers to help this team out. And D'Angelo Russell is just like shooting under 40. That's the thing. That's the reason why I'm upset, because D'Angelo Russell was given the benefit of the doubt last year because of the whole Kobe farewell thing. But like now at this point, it's like it's obvious that they're giving him like the opportunity to do what he needs to do, and he's just not doing it.
No, but this is like his real, like his fake rookie season, I guess. Like this is the first year where he can actually develop, though. So I think you guys should give him one more year.
No, we ain't got time for that.
Did you hear about Kobe offering to help the Lakers though? And Luol Baisley, no, we're good.
Yo, that man is gonna roast the whole team. That man is gonna roast him. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to retirement for a couple more years.
Yeah.
Players who retire who immediately get back in coaching or something like that. I don't know what's wrong with them. Just chill out for a second. But even in Jordan Clarkson's first year, he was shooting like nearly 45% from the field with 12 points. Like it was efficient. Like it wasn't like nothing wrong with it. And it's just so many other players. And D'Angelo was supposed to be like one of those guys that made sense for us to take him. Like we took him over Porzingis. That's the real reason why I'm upset. I'm like, yo, we could have had Porzingis right now. You bugging. You better step it up, yo. People saying keep D'Lo, man. I can't waste time with these players, man.
I
We
mean,
need to get back to the playoffs.
It's not like you guys are gonna like win a championship next year, so
yeah, I say just give him a few more years.
it's gonna be 3 more years, man.
Yeah.
Years?
Like,
Oh,
what are you gonna get him
like
for?
8.
What are you gonna get him for?
Yeah, what are you really gonna get him for right now?
I
Like
would
another first round draft pick that you're gonna wait for?
Yeah, I would much rather get another first round draft pick and like really try to look at what we have, because I feel like the longer we hold on to him and the less he starts to show that he's not that great, it's like a bigger problem.
I'm just saying, like, just not right now. Maybe next year, like after next year, I get what you're saying, but like just right now,
No.
like it's
Doing
per
it right
36, he's averaging 20 points basically, 6 assists.
But there's a reason. It's crazy. There's like a few stats that I hate. Defensive rating is another one. Per 36 is like one of the one I hate the most, because people say that and it's like you do know there's a reason why he's not playing 36 minutes, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
There's a reason. There's a reason why he's not playing 36 minutes. And even if you want to talk about per 36, that's fine. But he's shooting under 40% and he doesn't play defense neither.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
facts.
I don't know. I'm not really feeling. I'm not feeling that. And on top of that, the whole rebuild process, I have a problem with that as well. Just sitting there throwing away seasons.
That sounds like a Lakers fan. That sounds like a Lakers fan.
How does that sound like a Lakers fan?
Lakers fans always say they hate rebuilding. That's like one of the main characteristics of a Lakers fan. No offense, but they hate rebuilding.
I don't care what. Ain't no offense taken, because I don't care, yo. I really don't like rebuilding, man. That's, to me, it's so pointless. It's the most pointless thing in the world, yo.
Yo, you're gonna end up like the Brooklyn Nets. They didn't want to rebuild either. Look at them now.
But we're not trading away picks though like that. Come on, we're not trading away 3-4 picks. And on top of that, we're one of the worst teams in the league right now, right? So if we get a top 3 pick, all 3 of the top 3 picks are point guards. So we're picking another D'Angelo Russell. We're picking another guard. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
That's true.
So I don't know. I just don't like it. And the reason why I don't like rebuilding is because I feel like even though eventually you'll get to the point, I feel like you leading the team into a culture of just like being content with losing. So then when they win a game, they look like the doggone, like the Sixers. The Sixers throw a parade every single time they win a regular season game. I just be like, Joel Embiid.
After 10 wins, he said we gonna make the playoffs, bro. That's hilarious.
Yo, Joel Embiid is on the court like shaking pom poms with the cheerleaders, and it's like, man, y'all won a regular season game. Like, calm down. Like, it's not that big of a deal,
Bruh.
Nah, this man Joel Embiid is such a goon, though. He's so funny.
He's crazy on Twitter. He's yo. He's hilarious on Twitter. Oh man, but I don't know. It's just I'll be looking at them and they got confetti ready for them to drop to win the game. I'll be like, Jesus, how y'all packed up the confetti, everybody ready? Like, it's
popping champagne in the locker room.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh my god, they pouring water on top of their head after they win a game. I'm like, oh my god, calm down, man. It's a regular season game, man.
Acting like a middle school basketball team. Like, come on now.
Oh, that'd be crazy. I'm not even like hating on that team, but it just blows me away that everybody just like clapping their hands for like, oh my god, they won, and it's like they still in the bottom, of the thing. I don't get that. That's crazy to me. I think that's it though, and we'll end it off on this right here. Matter of fact, before we actually do that, let me pull up the weekly games real quick. You know, we gotta do this because even though I think I was wrong on every single game that I did on y'all podcast. we still gonna do this. Tomorrow on the 28th, everybody in the chat, y'all can put it in as well. 28th, Celtics versus the Bucks. I'm pretty sure BSOLZ is not gonna pick his team. I don't know why he don't pick his team.
I'm going with the Celtics, bro. Dude, I know the teams we're good at. I know the teams that we're good at. Okay.
I got Boston too. It's at Milwaukee.
Still got Boston. I'm still taking Boston.
Doesn't really mean anything.
Milwaukee got blown out tonight. I'm going Milwaukee. I say they are trying to redeem themselves.
They got blown out today.
Who they play?
Yeah, they lost by like 16 to the Raptors.
I needed Toronto to lose today too. Trying to get that.
Oh, they
y'all-
lost
y'all-
like 5 in a row coming in. I could not see them lose this game.
You know what's crazy? It's back to backs, and they're traveling from Toronto to Milwaukee. So I'm gonna go Boston.
Yeah, but Boston has to travel to Milwaukee too. They just play tonight.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
But like we barely played today. We blew the Magic up by like 40.
I'm gonna say that's not.
Well, the
played
Bucks
Terry
barely played
Rozier
too.
half
They
the
got
game,
blown out.
bro.
They scrimmage.
barely
They
played
scrimmage. The Boston Celtics scrimmage. They good. They go for another game.
Scored 104 in the like fourth quarter hasn't even started yet. We scored 104. It's like, what is going on?
Fact though. On Sunday, the Sunday game, Rockets versus the Pacers. Who y'all got?
I'm going with Rockets. I'm going Rockets.
Same. I got Houston.
I'm gonna go Indiana.
You always go Indiana.
You know it's funny.
This guy
As I
always
said-
goes Indiana, bro.
You know it's crazy. As I said, I was like, I'm pretty sure this is the same game y'all asked me on the podcast. I'm gonna pick the same team too. I'm gonna go Indiana, man.
Yeah, bruh.
I guess I'm just a hater of James Harden, man.
That's crazy. He's a Pacers fan.
I know. I'm not. Whoa, I'm not no Pacers fan.
Whoa, he said I know.
I know. I'm not no Pacers fan. On Monday we got the Kings versus 76ers.
I'm going 76ers, honestly.
Same.
Winning
I
the
want them
championship.
to.
This one.
I want them to celebrate again.
This boy
It's a
Joel
home game
Embiid
too,
about to
right?
assert his dominance, man.
I want to see the dance video by Joel. That's what I want to see.
I think it is a home game it is home for Sixers.
Yeah, that's another parade
I'm
coming
going
in.
Joel. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the Sixers.
Yo, last time they were like slapping their butts. It was weird, man.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, the bromance between Joel and DeMarcus is kind of weird. But I got them the Sixers too. I got the Sixers too. The Slam say the Slam answer.
Yeah, I said the Sixers throwing another parade.
Well, okay, cool. All right, bet. The Wizards versus the Knicks at Wizards.
Wizards, definitely Wizards.
I don't trust the Knicks anymore to
Jesus,
win any
definitely.
games.
Man, I got the
Definitely.
Knicks, man.
They won tonight.
I haven't trusted the.
Yeah, got the
I don't
Knicks.
trust them.
I don't. I
It
never
just
trusted
happened.
the Knicks. You can't trust the Knicks.
Yeah.
Wow. I got the Wizards too though. I got the Wizards too. Here's a good one. Toronto versus the Celtics at Boston.
I'm gonna go Boston, man. We have
I
to
swear
win
he was
one
about
of
to say
those.
Toronto. I swear he was about to say
I
Toronto.
thought you were gonna
Wait,
say
you said Toronto? You said Toronto?
Yeah, Toronto
Nah.
versus.
He
Oh,
said-
he
he
said
said
Boston. Yeah, Boston. He said Boston. Yeah.
No, but you said Toronto versus Boston, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
Boston.
I got Toronto actually.
I got Toronto too.
We got to win one of these games, man. And it's at home.
I don't know. It's a
Yeah,
big
it's at
game
home,
for that
too.
number 2 spot in the East.
Yeah. Wait, when is
Actually,
it?
go-
What day is it?
It's Wednesday. The first.
Okay. That doesn't change
Actually,
anything,
no.
but
Yeah, I don't know why. actually, low key, it said 7:30. I don't know if that helps you neither. But low key, I don't even low key. I feel like the Wizards. I'm not the Wizards, but the Celtics don't match up that well for Toronto. So I'm gonna pick Toronto.
Oh, speaking of Boston though, real quick, about like that Wizards Boston game the other day, where like the Wizards said they were going to a funeral while they were all black. What do you guys think about that? Thought
yeah,
that was
we
pretty
we
funny.
just took that on, man. That was an ass beating of the highest caliber. Yeah,
Hey man, they went to a funeral because they killed them. So
yeah but we rose. We
that
rose
was-
back. We rose back
when?
against the Rockets, bro.
Oh,
We beat
another
the-
team though.
We beat the
I mean,
Rockets,
that's-
bro.
Yeah, you
that's
gotta
another
beat the
team,
Wizards.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You got to beat the Wizards. You can't say you rose up on
Yeah,
another
you
team.
did.
That don't count.
We were at a funeral.
That's
we
like
came
getting
back.
beat up on the playground by the big kid, and then you go beat up on the small kid and be like, "We rose up."
Yo,
We got back.
yo, y'all was dead at the funeral. You didn't go to the funeral. You was the viewing at the funeral. Come on,
Funeral was for them.
that's what I'm saying. Funeral's for y'all, man. But it's cool. Let me see. In Thursday, you got. There's not that many games on Thursday. I guess the Hawks in Houston.
I got Atlanta.
Yeah, I got Atlanta.
I got Houston. Okay.
I got Heat. I'm gonna go with
I just
Houston.
feel it. I just feel like Atlanta's gonna win this one. It's a gut feeling.
And then next Friday we have. And these games are terrible. When the Cavs playing? Whoa, what the heck?
Yeah, I know these games are pretty bad. When I was doing the weekly predictions, I was like, "What?"
There's
Yeah,
no
we got
Cavs
like
playing.
Miami versus Dallas.
I was looking at some of these games, like Dallas plays the Sixers like twice in this week. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is terrible.
Yeah, this week is pretty bad.
I guess the Grizzlies in OKC.
I got the Grizzlies.
I'm gonna go OKC. Go OKC with that one.
I'm going OKC. The Grizzlies play good team defense, but Russell Westbrook is a one-man team.
Yeah,
So that's a different type.
Actually, I'm gonna go with the Grizzlies because his camera's out.
Yeah.
His camera's out.
I
And
think does he make that big of a difference though for the Thunder?
Sometimes,
I'll be looking at it. Let me ask you. Actually, I was going to ask you who you start a franchise with, but that's the stupid. I'm not going to ask that. Stupid. Yo, low key, and everybody in the chat, since y'all know too. I'm so close, like I'm borderline, really, really close to making a video. I don't want to do it, but like basically saying that Russell Westbrook is overrated, right?
Ooh, that's a.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of sympathize.
So many L's on that video.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get something else, or at least, or if I don't label it that, label it Russell Westbrook is padding his stats, and I'm gonna have like facts on. So make sure I have facts on facts on facts on facts, right?
Yeah.
So make sure like it's extremely clear that like he is padding his stats. And I don't think people know because everybody keep talking about he's having a triple double, which is fine. Like that's cool, but like just like for an example, like I don't think people know like they purposely box out people for him to grab rebounds. Like he may not even be nowhere near the board, or they'll box people out purposely just for him to get rebounds, and they won't even attempt to grab the board sometimes.
Yeah, I might need to remake my KD versus Russ video then.
I completely agree with what you're saying, but at the same time, some people they don't listen. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I mean, my most viewed video on my channel has like 2,000 dislikes. So I don't care. I don't care that much. I don't care that much, right? But like I care to an extent to where like I want to make sure I at least present it correctly.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. As long as you spit the facts, it's just whatever.
Yeah. Because the triple double, I'll be looking at the games and I'll be like, man, he's not even playing defense. It's crazy. But
you look at his turnovers, his field goal percentage, like everything is.
Yeah. And everybody like the dude like in the chat, like not trying to like bash or not like that. But you said like OKC's like 18-5 when he gets a triple double. Like go back and look at those teams that he played. Like not trying to like say like the Sixers aren't good, but like I think two of those ones against the Sixers. I think another one against Philly. I mean not Philly, Phoenix. Like some of them teams are not that impressive that they beaten that's 18-5. So keep that in mind as well. But I think that's it. Y'all gonna say y'all concluding statements or y'all closing, telling where to follow you on Twitter and stuff like that. You can start off, Slam.
Yo, it was cool being on here, Lo. Thanks for having us on here. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully, we'll see you back on Hoop Talk soon. You guys can follow me on Twitter at slamdunk_comedy or my YouTube at SDC. And it's been real. True.
King, you wanna go?
Yo, thanks for having me on Lowe's and nice being on this podcast. You guys can follow me on Twitter at King Serene, YouTube King Serene, and also Hoop Talk Podcast with BSOLZ and STC and the rest of the crew. And yeah, it was nice being on the AyoPodcast for the first time.
And BSOLZ, man.
Yeah, just thank you for having us all, Lo, us King and SDC, and thank you to the chat, man, for being lit the whole entire podcast. But yeah.
True. And shout out to y'all for joining at the last minute. For people out there who don't know, Agent flaked at the last minute. Go spam up his Twitter real quick. Go spam his Twitter. Agent. Yes, but first of all, before y'all leave, go spam up the chat. L's. Put them L's in the chat for Agent and Waffle. and then go on their Twitter and then just put them L's in the chat. You put a lowercase L. What did you do?
I'm bugging.
I was like, why did you put I? I was like,
I put an L. I forgot to cap it.
No, I came back with 2 L's though. Back to back capital L's.
I had to come back with 2
Are they getting it?
Spend the chat with the L.
Hey, that's what's up.
Yeah, bet. And I'll see y'all next week. Hopefully everybody else will be back on the pod and stuff like that. And I think next week, actually this next week is the week before the All-Star break, so might have a little bit to talk about. But for sure after the All-Star break, we'll have plenty to talk about. But we'll see y'all. See y'all later, man. Yeah. Again, thank y'all for coming out. Also, everybody link will be in the Twitter. I mean, Jesus Christ. Everybody link will be in the description. I'm all over the place. Everybody links will be in the description. Give me like 5-10 minutes because I gotta wait for this thing to process and run there, get everybody's information. And I'll put everybody's stuff in the description. And that's it.